Hi friends, Mr. DeJordy back again. I did say that we were going to look at those strategies that we use in second grade for addition and subtraction. So previously I showed you the 4 strategies that we use in addition. Now I'm going to show you the 4 strategies we use for subtraction, and they are very similar. So we're going to start in the same way. We're going to start with the algorithm. So the traditional algorithm. So we are going to put our numbers. So when we are setting up a traditional algorithm, that is when we're using the vertical number sentence. So I am going to put a number in, 62, and then I'm going to put my subtraction, and then I'm going to take 34 away from it. So 62 minus 34. So I've lined those up so that my 1s are lined up and my 10s are lined up. I like to do this line just so that really keeps them organized for me. Just the way we did when we added, we always start in the 1s. So when we come over here and we look at this, well, we have 2 1s and we need to take 4 away. Now, does that make any sense? No. If we only have 2, we can't take 4 away. So that tells us that we have to do something to be able to fix this problem. So how we're going to do it is we're going to peel off one of these 10s and we're going to give it to the 1s so that we can solve this. So instead of having 6 10s here, I'm going to put a little line through it, and now I'm going to peel one off, so I'm going to have 5. And then I need to put it over here. So I just took a 10 away from my 10s, so now I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take that 10, and that's going to become a 12, because I already have the 2. Now, 12 minus 4, can I do that? 12 minus 4, 8. Sure, I can do it. So I've got an 8. Now I'm going to go into my 10s place, and I'm going to subtract 5 10s, take away 3 10s. 5 10s, take away 3 10s is 2 10s. So that means that I'm going to get the number 28. So 62 minus 34 equals 28. I'm going to put these numbers here so when we use the other strategies, no plussing, minus, I will remember that. All right, so that is the algorithm. The second strategy we're going to work with is partial difference. And we call it partial difference because difference is the answer in subtraction. When we were doing adding, we called it partial sums. Sum is the answer in addition. So this partial difference means it's going to be the answer in subtraction. So I am going to, and sometimes friends, we call this swooping in Mr. DeJordy's class. So I'm going to put these 2 numbers here, 62 minus 34. And then just like when we were doing partial sums, we're going to break apart these numbers into their place values. So we're going to, it's almost like showing it in expanded form. So I'm going to put those, and in 62 we have 6 10s, which another way to say that is 60, and we have 2 1s. And in 34 we have 3 10s, or 30, and we have 4 1s. And then we're going to subtract. When you're starting this, you need to always subtract starting in the 1s. So when I look at this, I'm noticing that 2, I can't take away 4. So again, just like I did with the algorithm, I'm going to have to peel off a 10 here. So this, instead of being 60, 10 less is going to be 50. So I'm going to put 50 there. And then I'm going to put it here. So I took that 10, I peeled it off, and I added it to this. And now I'm going to subtract. Can I do that? 12 minus 4? Sure I can. And that's going to be 8. And now 50 minus 30. I like to use that trick of covering the 0. 5 minus 3 is 2. Put the 0 back on. Is 20. And then this is where it's a little tricky using partial difference, because when you get to this step, you have to add. So some friends get a little confused with that because they think to themselves, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be subtracting. But to finish this, you have to put them together. So 20 plus 8 equals 28. And that is how we use partial difference. So that's two of the strategies for addition that we use, for subtraction that we use. And let's go to our pictorial strategy. This is a go-to that a lot of my friends like to do. And just like in addition, at Brophy we use two different ways. We use the base 10s. Some friends use base 10s, and for base 10s, that's when you use the little box for 100. You use the rod for 10, and you use the dot for ones. And we're going to do it the place value discs. And place value discs is the way Mr. DeJordy's friends do it. Regardless, we need a HTO chart. What is an HTO chart? That is a place value chart. So we're going to draw one up, and we're going to put our headings. So we're going to have ones, always go all the way over to the right, tens, and then hundreds. And now we're going to take our numbers, and we're going to take that first number, and we're going to put it into the place value chart. So I have 62, so that means I don't have any hundreds, so I won't have anything there, but I have 6 tens, so I'm going to put my 6 tens in, again lining them up like a vertical 10 frame, so that it's easy for me to count, and 2 ones. And I'm going to put a little check there because I did that. Now this is where this differs, because when we're subtracting, we're not putting 34 into the chart. We're actually taking 34 out of the chart. So when I look at this and I say, okay, I'm going to take my 34 out. So I'm going to take, well, can I do this? Because I've only got 2 ones, and I need to take 4 ones, and I don't have 4 ones. So what should I do? Should I just throw my hands up in the air and run out of the room? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break apart one of these 10s and get me some more ones, so I would have enough to take away the 4. So I'm going to loop one of these 10s, and if I break apart a 10, how many ones do you get? Well, you get 10 ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, when you're breaking it apart, this isn't here anymore, because once it's over here, we've made that exchange. Now, I'm going to take my 4 ones away. Well, can I do that now? Sure I can. So I'm going to put a little line through them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. And now I'm going to take 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to count up what I have. I've got nothing in hundreds. In tens, I've got 1, 2 tens. And in ones, I have 5 and 3, 8. And I have 28. So there is how we use the pictorial method of subtracting. And for our last method, that is the empty or open number line. So empty / open number line. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with my number line. This is a little different when we're doing subtraction, because I am going to put my 62 on the line. And now I'm going to go back, because I'm going to be taking away. So I'm going to take away my 10s first. So I'm going to take away 1 10. I'm going to do it the long way first. So minus 10. I'm going to write it up here so I remember. 62 minus 10 equals 52. Then I'm going to take another 10 away. Minus 10. 52 minus 10 equals 42. Then I'm going to take another 10 away, minus 10, and that's going to be 42 minus 10 is 32. Then I'm going to take my ones. Minus 1. 32 minus 1 is 31. Minus another 1. 31 minus 1 is 30. Now I'm going to take another 1, because remember I have to take 4. I've only taken 2 so far, so I'm going to take another. Oops, not plus. Mr. Jordy's hooked up on addition today. All right, 30 minus 1, 29. And then I'm going to take one more 1, minus 1. And 29 minus 1, 28. And that's where I'm going to land. And how am I going to make sure that I really did take 34 away? I can do, just like I did in addition, I can look up here, and I can connect all of these together. And if I put them all together, they should equal this. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 1 is 31. 30 plus 1, 31 plus 1, is 32. 33, 34. So did I take 34 away? I did. Now, with this strategy in mind, and I did show you this the last time, is that there's a more efficient way to use this strategy where we group the place values instead of breaking them out by tens, each 10 and each 1. We could have also done something that looks like this. So let me go back to our 62. And now I'm going to take away all my 10s. So how many 10s do I have? I have 30. I have 3, which equals 30, so minus 30. So 62 minus 30. So that's like, I'm going to still have my 2 and my 1s. But now, if I have 6 10s and I take away 3 10s, 6 minus 3 equals 3. So that means I'm on 32. Now, I'm going to take away my 1s. It's not really that easy for me to, I have to do a little bit more thinking if I'm going to try to take 4 away from this. So I'm still going to break this apart. Now I'm going to take the 2 so I can get to a friendly number. So I'm going to say minus 2, and this is going to become 30. And since I only took 2, I've got to take another 2, so I take the full 4. So I'm going to do another minus 2, and that's going to lead me to 28. And I'm going to check my work up here. 30, 32, 34. And that is how we would use the open number line to subtract. So those are the 4 strategies for subtraction.